What's up? I'm Marybeth, and in today's video, we're going to talk all about winter paddling. Winter paddling is beautiful and peaceful, but there's a lot more to it than paddling in the summertime. The biggest obstacle is the investment in the additional gear to keep you comfortable and safe. Cold water can be extremely dangerous, and hypothermia is a real risk. Always dress for the temperatures of the water. The second biggest obstacle is location and the ability to paddle in open water. In Canada and parts of the northern hemisphere, it gets cold and stays cold long enough that it freezes a lot of the waterways. I'm lucky enough to live close to the Great Lakes that typically don't fully freeze over. This is mostly due to their vastness and the winter winds. With the winter winds and the small protected lakes fully frozen over, you're more at the mercy of the weather and what days you're able to paddle safely. Winter paddling is not for beginners. You need to be confident in your abilities, feel safe, and know the area you're going to paddle. Safety is always priority, especially when it comes to winter paddling. Let's talk about what to expect when winter paddling. To start, location. Unfortunately, you might not have any open water accessible to you over the winter time. So first things first, check to see that you have a spot you can actually go. As previously mentioned in this video, one of the biggest obstacles and entry points to winter paddling is the gear. Winter paddling gear is essential and isn't cheap. Before you do dent your wallet, I'd recommend renting some gear to test out to see if A, if you like it, and B, what equipment works for you. The third thing on what to expect when winter paddling is that you'll become obsessed with watching the weather. Weather plays a huge role in safety, your overall comfort, and enjoyment of the paddle. In Southern Ontario, most days the winter winds are too big and the swell is too large to go out for a paddle. So I'm always checking the weather and wind apps to see how strong the wind is, where it's coming from, and the swell size. Some of the apps I like to use are Windy or Windfinder. Calm days can be rare, and when you see a beautiful day, you take that opportunity because it's perfection. Be ready, baby. The next thing to expect when winter paddling, you need a lot more time pre-paddle and post-paddle to get all of your gear ready and in order, as well as time to plan your adventure. The fifth thing on what to expect winter paddling is all about risk management. Due to the dangers of cold weather and cold water, you need to be aware of the risks and what course of action you'll take in a worst case scenario. Next up, let's talk all about gear. You'll need to decide whether you're going to invest in a dry suit or a wetsuit. Both have their pros and cons. Wetsuits are made of neoprene, and the warmth is determined by the thickness of the neoprene. As the name suggests, you'll become wet in a wetsuit. The neoprene in the suit helps insulate a thin layer of water between the suit and your body. Your body heat heats that thin layer of water, keeping you warm. Wetsuits aren't as bulky as dry suits and make a great option if you're also looking to use it for something like winter surfing. Dry suits are more expensive than wetsuits, but are arguably more comfortable. There are no temperature ranges on a dry suit like there are in a wetsuit, because the goal of a dry suit is to keep you fully dry. What keeps you warm is what you're wearing underneath the dry suit. In regards to gear, something worth mentioning is that you need to have more space in order to store the extra gear. For more information on what to wear and a deeper dive into winter paddling gear, check out my video, What to Wear Winter Paddling. Okay, so I've talked about the fact that it can be difficult to get out winter paddling due to frozen waterways or winter winds. I've also talked about the fact that gear is expensive and it's an investment into winter paddling. And the risks are greater to winter paddling than in the summertime. So, why even go winter paddling? The last part of this video, I'm going to tell you why I love winter paddling. I always find it fascinating exploring from the water as it gives you a different perspective on areas you're familiar with, or allows you to explore places you otherwise couldn't. In the winter, it's entirely a new world. The uniqueness and beauty of the ice formations, the peacefulness, and the winter sunsets are pure bliss. It's a great way to enjoy winter in a unique way. There's not a lot of people that go out on the water in the wintertime. Thanks for watching. I hope this gave you a good snapshot into winter paddling. If you're interested in learning more, check out my video on what to wear for winter paddling and winter paddling tips. Remember, winter paddling might not be for you, and that's okay. There's a ton of other amazing winter activities like skiing, hiking, skating that you can enjoy instead. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. And if you've tried winter paddling, share what you love about it. And if you haven't yet, tell me why you're interested. Until next time, stay warm and happy adventuring.